everybody, we are going to talk about the future simple. First of all, we have three basic tenses in our English language. First, past, present, and future. Past, when we are going to talk about something happened in the past. For example, we went to the zoo yesterday. So yesterday in the past. Okay, present, when we are going to talk about something happens in the present, or when we're going to talk about something habit or fact. And the third one is future. Future, when we are going to talk about something that will happen in the future, like we will go to the zoo tomorrow, we will travel to London next year. So this is in the future, next year. Okay, let's start with, let's remember, practice makes perfect. This is the future simple form. We have two forms. The first one is will plus V1. What is the V1? The verb in the first shape, or we call it infinitive. So the first form is will plus infinitive. For example, I will help you. She will call me when I arrive. So the first form is will. The second one is verb to be plus going to plus infinitive. We know that verb to be am or is or are. The first example, he is going to spend the vacation in London. So the form is plus go to plus spend here is the main verb in the infinitive. Number two, I'm going to be an actor when I grow up. So I am, this is am, verb to be, and going to plus infinitive here is be. Okay. The usage of future simple. Let's start with, or try to differentiate between will and going to, or try to know the usage of will and the usage of the verb to be plus going to. We use will to express a voluntary action. A voluntary action. Like what? I'm really hungry. So the result is I will make some sandwiches. So there's no big time between two actions. So I'm really hungry. So I will make a sandwich. Number two, we use will to express a promise. When you promise someone to do something, I promise I will not tell him about the surprise party. Number three, we use will to express spontaneous action, disposition. For example, the action is decided at the moment of speaking, or we can call it the quick decision. So the phone is ringing, so try to think quickly, I will answer. Okay? We use will to request help or to offer help. When you offer someone help, you can say, will you please help me to do my homework? We use will with words and expressions like probably, possibly, perhaps, and I'm sure, I expect. I will probably get there by car. So we use will because we have the word probably. We use will when the main verb is be, even if we talk about the planned events. For example, I will be in London tomorrow. Because we use here will because there is a verb be in the infinitive way. Okay, the second form is going to. Remember that we use going to with the infinitive after going to. We use be going to talk about prior plans and strong intentions or fixed arrangements. Something I plan in the future. For example, I'm going to buy a new car next year, so I have the money. So I'm going to buy a new car next year. We use both will or going to predict future events. For example, the weather tomorrow will be sunny. You are going to be a famous artist. Like, what's the difference between will and going to in this condition? We use will here when you predict something in the future without evidence. For example, I predict that it will rain, so the sky is not cloudy. So I think it will rain tomorrow. Okay, but if there are many clouds in the sky, so I can say that it is going to rain tomorrow. Why? Because we have the evidence, the sky is cloudy. Note, we use be going to or not well to make predictions. Predictions about evidence when there is concrete evidence. What do we mean concrete evidence? Something or evidence that we can touch. We have abstract and concrete. Abstract, something that we cannot touch, and concrete, something we can touch it. Look at those dark clouds in the sky. It's going to rain soon. Okay? We have the positive form and negative form. Let's start with well. I, he, she, it, we, you, they comes with well. Plus, yes, we can remember, plus verb 1 or the infinitive. The rest of the sentence. For example, I'm sure he will succeed on the test. So we have well plus here succeed. This is the main verb for the infinitive verb succeed. Negative form. Yes, subject plus well not or the abbreviation here want. Plus infinitive and rest of the sentences. Okay, the question form, we have two forms of the question. The first one is yes or no question. We start with well plus subject plus infinitive and rest of the sentence. Okay, for example, will he come to visit us tomorrow? So we start with well plus he here, the subject, and come is the verb or the main verb in infinitive to visit us tomorrow is the rest of the sentence. The next form is WH question. WH word plus well plus subject plus infinitive and the rest of the sentence. For example, where will you study when you finish school? So we have the question word here where plus will plus the subject here is you and the infinitive study. Here we have the form of who. We put who well plus verb. For example, who will come to help him? We know that who has different question form, either the words. We put who plus well plus come or the infinitive here to help have the rest of the sentence. Going to. The positive form and is are plus going to. For example, he is going to spend his vacation in Iliad. I come and he or she comes with is, we, they, you come with are. So and is are plus going plus to plus here to is the infinitive. So going to do something. For example, he's going to spend his vacation in Iliad. The negative form. The negative form here we have and is are plus yes not. So I am not going. He is not going. He's not going. We are not going. So we add not after and is or are. So Sarah is going to visit her aunt on Friday. Sarah isn't going to visit her aunt on Friday. Okay, this is the future or the form of the future. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for listening. See you next video. Thank you.